I do.
Is that what you write your poetry in?
It is become. This is a new purchase. This was a. Okay.
Well, hello, Dolly. Who doesn't love some Dolly?
This was my birthday present from Missy. This cardigan sweater.
You need to stop by and get a pipe.
I think you just aged 40 years, but I dig it.
It also looks very, very comfortable.
It is super. It's like wearing a knit blanket. But Missy said she wanted to get me a pipe, but pipes are so much business. There's so much business.
Well, that's kind of the allure of it. It's kind of like a.
You have to tweak with it.
It's like a fidget spinner for adults. Yeah. The pipe.
You know what, Brandon? What? Because of your poetry and stuff like that. So my buddy makes pipes, really nice ones actually. And I have a few of them. I'm gonna find the right pipe for you because it's like finding a dog.
You know, it's all about the right pipe. Let's be honest.
Because like, are you gonna be the guy that's like? Or are you going to be the guy that's like got it hanging out of your teeth? Or there's all these different types of.
I feel like Brandon is would be like he would hold it and like that, like he does like Brandon. He's a tinkerer, I think, by nature. So I feel like he would have it. And like
this gets at the heart of something very. It will define a cigar to me when I smoke it, which is if I have to do a lot of fiddling with the cigar, I want to throw it away.
Are you because like a message to get free cigars then when that happens?
No, I don't. No faux pas. But I don't like to have to do a lot of like touch it up. I mean, I will, but like it to me, I'm not relaxing. Then I'm having to think about the cigar, and so pipe is like the worst.
But the best part about it is you can smoke a pipe like in snowy weather.
There's a pipe for you, and we will find it.
Rebel was sent out to everybody that belongs to TPE. I don't know if you guys saw that email or not, but his lovely face was plastered all over TPE.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question real quick. We got a few minutes here. Who gave Mexisol? We don't like to toot our own horns on the show since we're not technically in the show yet. Who gave it Cigar of the Year?
El Oso Fumar. He's Coop's buddy.
Oh, okay. His counterpart.
We're gonna have him on.
He's got like the beard.
Yeah, he texted me that because he's like, I know you're not on Facebook, and I was like, rad, man, because none of my friends or people I work with told me this.
Tony. The funny thing is that I literally talked to Jeremy for like 30 minutes yesterday, and I probably could have mentioned it at least once.
So Rob,
that's all right. I got it from the source.
Perfect.
Jared is good.
He's alive.
Rob?
Yeah,
it's good to see. Yeah, I'm just glad to see Jared's alive.
So everybody's like, and this is the first time La Barba's got a Cigar of the Year, right?
Okay.
So I posted it, and Robert Caldwell, our best friend in the whole universe, his comment was, "That shit's not even that good, but whatever."
Fuck him. Fuck him. Seriously.
What the fuck?
I swear.
It's awesome. If he would have been like, "Congratulations," I would have been like, "Who's on your Facebook?" Like I wouldn't. I wouldn't expect.
You wouldn't think
for sure.
Since Jared's in the chat, Jared, this is the last time I saw you. Was right here.
Jeremy, we love you. Jared Saunders is here, but we're trying not to think about it.
Where did he come from?
We're trying not to think
Where
about.
Where did Jared come from?
We're trying not to think about Jared being here.
Jeremy, I love you, brother.
Listen, if ever you're not in California or in Ohio here with us, we can have a good time.
You're here with us forever.
Want a selfie? Tony, get in here. Misty wants a selfie with us.
Oh, I gotta turn that off because my wife will kill me if she is visible on the podcast. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, she just.
I know. I know. I was a little late on that, but everything else up to that,
So fucked.
She won't know. She won't know. You guys.
I'm
won't
gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her.
Jared,
Missy!
100% does not remember.
Well, Jared, does that mean that you don't love me? Was that fake, or is that a drunk "I love you"? Because I was like, felt warm when I saw that.
Yeah.
Well,
that,
you know
that
what
was.
they say, right? Is that drunk words are sober thoughts.
It's true. Well, the best thing is this was Jeremy's response to us sending him that love.
I like you dancing.
That's what we got.
That was awesome. I saw that on Instagram. That was killer.
Yes, I used it. Oh, Jared says, of course he loves you.
Awesome, Jared, because I love you too, bro. Man love.
I think he was talking about this dancing a little bit. That was a good time.
It was nice.
That was some quality dancing.
That's playing that jungle music.
Yeah, that's the cool thing is like you guys sent that, and I was sitting in this exact chair. I think in the same clothes because I haven't moved in 5 days, and I was sitting here eating microwavable popcorn, watching Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I was like in full nerd mode. Like I was just California COVID, Christmas, New Year's. Yeah, it was
something. It was one of those things.
But I was way into it. But then I was like, I have to respond to these guys, and I'm like, well, I'm eating popcorn. I love popcorn. And then we had a sweet FaceTime with each other.
Yeah, we did FaceTime. I don't remember it. What did we say?
A lot of I love yous. We wish you were here. And I was like, I kept responding with I love popcorn. And I love you guys too. Yeah, like you guys were the only ones I called because I was like, oh, this is too good. I got to talk to them. They're having so much fun. And in my own right, I was having a nerd of a gay old time.
Well, it was the season to be jolly. And
yes.
It's over. I'm a little sad that the holidays are over. But we're going to be moving into but Jeremy, there was one more message that you got before.
It was amazing.
Before the night was over.
Taking a piss. I'm not going to show you my dick. It's a bright light behind me. Makes me look magical. Ooh, Jeremy. It's a good new year. I hope when you catch up to it in a couple hours, you feel as good as we do.
I laughed so hard at that and watched it over
amazing.
And over again because it was like, not only am I going to call Jeremy and make him a video, but I'm going to do it while I'm peeing and then talk about how you look magical. And like, it's the perfect video. It's one of the best. So good. I'm not going to show you my dick. And you like start lowering it. No,
not going to do
feel like
it.
there's some really good footage that came out of New Year's that are like maybe new bumpers in the future.
That may or may not be true, but it is 8:00 and it is time to get to the show.
1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, 1 shot.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome back to Four Shot.
Tony, you look like you're wearing a shirt that I would wear today.
Actually, check this out. It's a Natty Light.
No. Okay, I would definitely wear that, but I was talking about the flannel, the plaid.
Yeah, I'm living out here on these 8 acres. I got to have some flannels,
Yeah, and Natty Ice, and I'm living in California with Dolly.
Oh yeah.
Who doesn't love some working 9 to 5?
Let's do a shot.
Let's do it.
Shot number 1.
I got my Slayer one again.
Oh, I still have the Permia shot that was so graciously gifted by you to me. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers,
2021.
Woo! Hey, this is the first shot I've taken of 2021.
Not for me. My stomach's been hurting since the party. That's why I'm doing Jaeger today.
Yeah, because it's softer on the belly.
Yeah, it's a digestif. It's supposed to get all the things moving.
So it'll be a laxative.
Yeah,
that flannel screams IPA.
I need the beard a little longer for that. Right now, I'm at like pale ale or lager.
No, you're like, wait, am I East Coast or West Coast IPA right now? Right now, you're not you're on East Coast IPA. You got to get to the West Coast IPA.
Yeah, I need your beard for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is the first 4 shots of 2021.
Look how blue my eyes are.
Ooh, I can get lost in those.
Yeah, you will.
They're going to make you.
All right, sorry.
Anyway, I'm supposed to do my job here. Brandon's going to get mad at us.
You guys aren't doing it right.
Is that how you sound?
Yeah. Now.
But anyway, this is 4 Shots, a show that's kind of about nothing, but also about a lot of stuff. And that it's more of a lifestyle-oriented thing where we talk cigars, whiskeys, artisans, people that do cool shit. So it's basically a show about people that do cool shit at the end of the day. We have a couple different segments. We have some new cool stuff coming up for you guys this year. One of which, I don't know if Brandon wants us to talk about it now, but we can talk about it later whenever Brandon sends me a message. But anyway, we have cool shit lined up for 2021. We're going to keep this going. But please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Facebook Live, and you could get us tomorrow at Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and I think anywhere you listen to podcasts, really. So sharing the live stream really helps us out. And subscribing and sharing with your friends and telling them about it also helps us out. So that's my housekeeping. Jeremy, would you like to introduce our very, very special guest for today?
Yes, I've been for the past 15 years in the shadow of this person, reaching out to them only to finally get a hold of them 1 week ago. So she is a digital creator, and she is the host of TLC. Yes, I know it's TLE, but I just love saying TLC because I think about like it's funnier.
Waterfalls.
Yeah. I think she was the founding member. She's in our industry. She's been around.
Was that no? That was Destiny.
No, that was Destiny's Child. Erica was in original cast of TLC.
And Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Yeah. What? I don't know. Okay.
You don't remember Left Eye? She burnt down Deion Sanders' house or something.
I don't remember this, but Waterfalls. Maybe she'll sing Waterfalls for us today. I don't know. Without further ado, we welcome Erica Arroyo.
What's up, guys?
What's happening?
18 years has led us to this moment.
18.
Yeah.
I know, man. It's been fucking forever.
It is. And the stars aligned, and Now we are here, you are here, and we are together, and all is well in the world. And we should do a shot to welcome you to the show.
Absolutely. Well, first, what are you guys drinking?
Oh,
first,
I'm doing my Clyde Maid's Alabama whiskey.
Very nice.
Which is not made in Alabama anymore.
All right.
Tried and true Jägermeister.
Oof.
I was having some stomach issues, little stomach issues, so I'm having a digestif, to get.
Okay. Just to clear out your system.
You know, water would do the same thing, buddy. I'm just letting you know.
Well, I figured my stomach hurts. Why go to the root of the problem, which is probably all the drinking, and just drink something that's a little bit less intense for my stomach, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So what are you drinking, Erica?
I'm drinking some Widow Jane tonight.
Oh,
Widow Jane.
So we're both doing some bourbon, except you're doing a little higher society than I am tonight.
I have German bourbon.
German bourbon? I don't think I've ever had German bourbon.
Jägermeister.
I've never had it.
Oh, you've never had it?
You are so not missing anything.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I know. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's the equivalent of like Cuervo, bottom shelf at any bar. It's on the bottom shelf at every bar.
Okay.
They usually have it in like an ice, like a big ice thing.
Right. I was gonna say, like, I've seen those before.
Yeah.
And then Jägermeister shots with something else.
Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
Red Bull. Oh, that's so disgusting. Red Bull and Jaeger. People that order that, I think I'm gonna just give a little description. They're gonna wear a baseball cap backwards, and their name is most definitely either Kevin or Chad, and like that they are who make that drink exist.
Some white Oakleys, some big white Oakleys.
Yeah, but wearing them while you're in the bar and it's dark.
Yeah,
and like definitely wearing like probably a pastel pink polo shirt, lacrosse with like
pop collar.
Yeah, or an Affliction t-shirt. I mean, we could go on about this guy, but we'll just say, what do you drink? You already told us what you're drinking.
Are we going to do the shots?
Drink it. Yeah.
Yeah. My bad.
Shot number 2. While you guys are taking this shot, I have some breaking news. Just gonna jump in here. Since there was a claim made, we are known to be excruciatingly detailed with our fact checking on this show. So I did a little digging very quickly to discover that it was not Deion Sanders' house.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't.
Andre Rison.
Yes, the Atlanta Falcons.
Played for the Falcons, I think.
Oh, now I know. I don't know.
No, but I just, the chat got a little riled up real quick about that claim. I was like, better go do some fact checking so that, we don't get accused on 4 Shots of being a fake news podcast here. That's not who we are.
No.
Thank you, Brandon, for that breaking news.
And I will not sing Waterfalls.
Okay. Also breaking news.
That is one big pile of shit.
I don't feel so good.
The mother rhino is giving birth.
Its wrapper is a piece of the original U.S. Constitution.
Coming out of me like lava.
At the rate you're carrying on, that's a small fortune going up in smoke.
Well, I like smoking.
Well, you're really doing it, aren't you? You're just shitting in the street.
Welcome to Fresh Shit.
The best part about that is that Brandon just texted us and he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to push that button." Now we're on that segment because he pushed the button. So all further conversations are gone.
Dude, I thought like Brandon was putting me on blast. Like, okay, that's a pile of shit that you're not gonna sing Waterfalls. Like, it was like perfect timing, right. Dude.
I was gonna say maybe I could sing it and you could join in with me and we could like do like a harmony, like some melodies. But we're on Fresh Shit, so now we can't. It's abandoned. That idea is gone.
You got out of it very easily. Because I was gonna push that we all sing Waterfalls together.
I mean, who knows by the time we're done with before we go off.
Brandon, find a karaoke version of it while
So fresh shit, the fresh shit segment. I can't ever say it, but is something that happened to you this week that is cool, that is new. Maybe a new cigar you smoked, maybe a new whiskey you've tried, maybe a new band you've listened to, or maybe just some good news from everybody's side about the week. Just to kind of, it's been a rough year, so we try to start off the show on a fresh note.
Yeah.
So, in that, if you have something, if you don't, we can go to Jeremy or myself while you think. But if you do, please go ahead.
No, I think you guys should start.
All right, Jeremy, what's your fresh shit?
I got some fresh shit ink the other day, and that's always a fun way of starting the new year out. And I did not use that $600 stimulus to get it.
Are you going to show us? Or are you just going to say you got new tattoos and you're not going to show us what it is?
You asked for it.
Oh, no.
There's kids on here, right? Hold on. Oh, I'm not. Wait. Let me see if I got to climb up. Hold on. Wait. I'm on the chair. My pants are down, and they shaved my leg.
That's a big tattoo. That's a lot of fresh ink. That's not like like you didn't get like a butterfly. You got like Beethoven's Sixth on your leg.
No, it's a piece of music I wrote. So
even cooler.
Yeah, but sorry about that. Was awkward doing that, but you asked for it. Show us the pee-pee, you sick person. No, not till the after show.
Speaking of Tim Ferriss, that was my fresh shit for the week. Is our good friend Tim Ferriss delivered his homegrown magazine this week called Stank, where he actually sent one to Jeremy.
I haven't gotten
if you guys are interested, check out stankmagazine.com and get yourself a subscription. And we will have him on the show hopefully next week. So that is my fresh shit, is stankmagazine.com. Our good friend Tim Ferriss and his friends have done an amazing job with that. Erica.
Very nice. You know what? I've been thinking about this since you guys told me to really think about it. There's been a lot of things happening, and I actually pulled a Jeremy move, and I got some fresh ink as well. And it's just something about getting fresh ink. It's like when somebody, I know a lot of women will shave off their hair. Like, it's like, all right, new me, this is whatever, but I got some ink, which is the new Geisha. You can't really see it from this angle, but you know.
Okay.
So
nice.
The lighting is not that great in here, but yeah. So
it does make you feel like kind of a new you. I mean, like, first of all, having a shaved leg as a man,
tattoos.
I really like the feeling of my slick leg right now. I got to tell you the truth. It's kind of nice. I'm thinking about shaving the other one so they match.
You should
keep it. You should keep it going.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason why I have a beard. It's because I don't like maintenance. So if I did it, it would be a one-time thing. So for like 4 days, I could just rub my legs.
You could get waxed.
Ooh, we should get Brazilians together, Jeremy.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Ooh, that sounds like a great guy date. Let's go get Brazilians.
That sounds like a Patreon thing. I just want to jump in to say that if we're gonna get buddy shavings going on, that's gonna be behind the paywall.
I've had buddy pedicures with Matt and Rob before. I don't see why a buddy Brazilian is out of the question.
You want your bonch like wax?
You guys call it a bonch? See, we call it a gooch.
A taint?
What's a bonch?
It's the same thing. A taint?
Yeah, taint.
The skin in between, you know, the and the
Yeah.
Taint.
I don't know why you're being PC now.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Between the balls and the butthole.
There you go.
Yeah, I apologize for trying to be a gentleman in the company of a lady.
Oh.
Erica's like, fuck you. Oh, God.
Cheers.
shot number 3.
Man, Brandon, what's wrong with you? Can you give us a little warning for the shots today? Like you're like in mid-sentence, you're like,
trigger happy.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm gonna have a little more whiskey. I'm gonna settle down. All right, I'm gonna settle down. I'm sorry.
He's excited.
I know.
Well, welcome, Erica, to the show. We're really glad to have you here today.
Oh man, thank you so much. I did shake my shot before, but I'll take another one with you guys.
Hells to the yeah.
Wait, we didn't talk about what we were smoking.
Oh wait, Tony is frozen.
Yeah, you are. Wait.
Oh, that was weird. There's like a devil on you.
It's the Jaeger.
Am I back?
Yeah,
Okay,
you're back. Yeah, he does have happy. Amy, he does have happy fingers. What are we smoking? I'm smoking La Barba Perp today. Because why not? It was right there and it looked good, and I'm smoking it.
Very nice.
What about you?
I'm smoking the Dose 77 by Choe.
Mm-hmm.
Some old school shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is old school too because no one ever buys it, and so I have some really aged. I'm just kidding, Tony. Tony? Why isn't your fresh shit that you got that rating? That's super cool, dude.
Oh, cigar of the year. I didn't want to. You know me. I don't.
Yeah, humble Tony.
Humble Tony.
Tony got cigar of the year from I can't remember our buddy's name. So that doesn't help.
El Oso Fumar.
Yeah, and we're real proud of our boy. He did a good job.
Yeah, the perp. I think it's so underrated. That cigar is so fucking good. It's so good. Yeah, no, I'm not just saying that. It's really good. And when I come across them, because it's hard to find them in this area, like the North Jersey area, but when I do come across, the perp is the one that I get.
That's just because of our rep. Sorry. Anyhow,
he's not even. Where's he at? By the way, he's not even on here.
No, he doesn't join us. No, I'm just joking. I'm messing with him. But there are some cigars out there that are just underrated, that have been around for years and years, and this is definitely one of those cigars. You know, it doesn't get like as much play as like Ricochet or Mexi Soul or some of these other ones, but like it's just such a elegant cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So, and normally I don't even smoke your stuff on here.
I know.
It just sounded really good. So, and it was right there in front of me.
Well, thanks. How's that Chogui? I haven't had one of those in a while.
What? It's been sitting for a long time, and I miss smoking these cigars. I really do. And I can go on and on forever with about Choe. I'm a fan of the cigars.
I love it. Mm-hmm. So that leads to actually the perfect question. We always like to start off with our guests of kind of asking them what was their aha moment where like it clicked for you, like the cigars industry, whatever, like, but not the first cigar you smoked necessarily, but like, was it an experience? What was the situation? Like, what was it that was like, yep, I'm pivoting and going this direction?
I think it probably was, I was at, I rent a friend's house down in Bethany Beach, Delaware. And my dad and I were sitting outside on the porch, and we were smoking the cigar. And at that point, I was just like started like taking photos on social media under the Erican brand. And when he and I were having this conversation, I've never talked to my dad, had a conversation as deep as I had with him about his life, about growing up in Brooklyn, the Bronx, then moving down to DC. It was just the weirdest thing, but the most incredible moment of my life. And that is when I said, boom, this is it. Like, I knew that I liked the industry. I knew that I loved the culture. But that was it. That was that pivot point. It's like, okay, this is it. Mm-hmm.
Huh. Was it something he said specifically, or was it like you in the moment, or you talking that kind of made yourself realize? Because, like, sometimes like when we're getting things out and just talking, you end up kind of understanding your own thoughts as you speak them out. So was it more of a dialogue, or more of like you kind of through your own, as you were talking with him, that you kind of came to that?
I think it was like a mixture, because when he was like, I can't believe that I'm smoking a cigar with my daughter. This is fucking awesome. And meanwhile, he's sipping on a Corona.
Yeah.
And it was like everything, just the experience, just what he said. And yeah, it was pretty fucking cool.
But that's the cool thing about cigars, right? Is you don't really need, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Sideways. It's about wine. And
love that movie.
No Merlot.
Yeah, I'm not drinking any fucking Merlot. But they were talking about, which, the irony of that is the bottle he drinks at the end at the fast food restaurant is Merlot. And there's all kinds of ironies in that movie, like how he's actually the Pinot Noir grape, and then he becomes the Merlot grape because Pinot Noir grape's like a little sensitive, and then the Merlot grape's a little tougher. But anyway, they said something in that movie that was kind of struck true. Wine nerds kind of get iffy about Merlot. Some California Merlot, they like Bordeaux Merlot, but they don't like California Merlot. Anyway, but where I was going with that is sort of, it's not necessarily about what's on the band or what's on the bottle that makes a cigar special. It's about the experience you have with somebody. So it doesn't really matter what it is sometimes, just that's the thing that's bringing people together. And I think that's such a cool thing about whiskeys and wines and cigars and even craft beer and, any other industry where there's an artisanship. They all seem to bring people together to get them talking about it. And so I think that's a cool story.
Yeah, thank you.
To segue, we've seen you at the show. I mean, how many years have you been coming to the trade show? Years, right?
Shit. Yeah, years. Like 5, 6.
So,
yeah.
What was the decision that you made to like leap in with the lounge experience and everything that you're doing in the industry in such a like polarized kind of version of an industry? You know what I mean? Like it's almost like, being a guy in the lingerie business, you're a girl in the cigar business. You know what I mean? It's
it's tough work. Believe me, I never get paid for my lingerie. Never.
Correct. And it's just, I'm curious to see like how you made that decision and kind of what, and it's going to lead us to some other stuff later on. But like you made the decision to kind of change the industry, in my opinion. And I was wondering like if you could tell everybody listening like what your thought process was there and how you like decided I'm gonna like do this and
I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Oh, that means so much, honestly, Tony. I mean, you guys have been in the industry a hell of a lot longer than I have, and for you to say that means a lot, because it's just confirmation of why I do what I do, right? And it's really hard because one, in the beginning of not even social media, because the cigar industry was so behind on social media and kind of still is. There's a lot to learn. And it's from the female perspective. What were we really seeing all the time? We knew, you guys know a hell of a lot of women that smoke cigars. They're dope as shit. They don't, they're not loud about it. They're just cool fucking women, right? And they know their shit about cigars. But they weren't getting, even if they posted on social media, they weren't getting enough recognition, like as they should, right? It's like, oh, they're not maybe they're not taking great pictures, or, oh, maybe it's just the ass and the boobs, or, okay, it's just the review that makes 0 sense. You know, all these other people were I felt like we're covering them. So I said, all right, what's missing from the female perspective that I can put my twist on? So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to start this off and I'm going to do it right. Create a logo with my graphics designer, and then hire a photographer and really show the lifestyle. And it's really fun. It's, you know, working with different photographers and creating. Yeah, I may not be taking the photos, but I have to also direct this photographer to understand where my mind is at and what we need to project on, you know, all platforms that had to do with anything, you know, photographs and so forth. But when that really kicked off, I was like, okay, there's something here. I have to keep going, you know. And there were so many guys that were just like, God, this is a breath of fresh air. Like, I'm tired of seeing the same shit from women. It's nice to see some dope content from a woman. And, you know, throughout the years, even before I launched the brand Erican, I built relationships with a lot of people in the industry. You know, I've worked at a retail store. I learned about cigars. I knew the culture, and, you know, and then being able to go to the show, it kind of was like even a more eye-opening experience. You know, you guys, it's those who go to the show understand, like, yeah, it's fun as shit, but it's all work, and you have to stay on your A game. Like, you learn so much there, even from my side.
In 72 hours, right? I mean, it's like
right.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, it is nonstop. And you don't sleep at all. And you're smoking like thousands of cigars a day. And so then I was like, you know what, let me keep going. You know, I did social media marketing for, you know, a couple cigar companies, and it made me even, you know, it pulled me even closer to the industry. And that was awesome. It was a different experience, because then I understood, like, you guys, like, understanding where you guys come from as a business standpoint, branding, building the brand, etc. And then, you know, fast forward 5-6 years, I felt like my social media hit a plateau, right? So you have all these, you know, I don't give a shit. You guys don't give a shit either. But you have certain women that like have all these fucking followers, and everybody thinks that they're goddess. But they honestly, some of them really don't know a lot. And it's unfortunate, because they could have taken the opportunity to, you know, take their platform and used it to build up the women in the industry from a more positive way, like in a more positive way. And and then you see, and when I hit that plateau 2 years ago, it's like they were all the ones that were on top. And when I say on top, just the bigger numbers, and everybody paid attention to them. Like, everybody else underneath, like me with maybe 4,000 followers, we weren't getting seen or heard because the algorithm as well. So I say, you know what? I'm going to fucking take this to another level. All right. Years ago, an old client of mine said, you know, you give great phone voice. And I said, okay, that's always stuck with me. Give great phone voice. You have a great voice. And I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and I said, fuck, these podcasts are amazing. So, you know, two of my podcasts that I listened to were the Ryan Sickler Show, the Honeydew Podcast, and My Favorite Murder. And here are these two different worlds, but I'm like, damn, like, they're so compassionate, they're understanding, and they don't know everything, and they're just themselves. And why am I pulled into them? I said, all right, you know what? I asked a couple of people. I talked to my photographer, Casey, and I said, Casey, what do you think? Like, She's like, fucking do it. Like, do it. You need to do it. And Casey and I had been working together for many years at that point, and she's been behind me 100%. And, you know, starting the podcast and just coming from a different way is like, okay, 2 women in the industry, have been working in the industry. We don't know everything. We're still learning. And all we want to do is provide a space where everybody feels so comfortable that they're welcome. Everybody is welcome. We don't know everything. I'm not going to tell you guys what you should be smoking, what you should be tasting. We're not reviewers. There's a ton of great reviewers out there, but that's not us. We want to bring on guests that we can connect with, you all can connect with, just having a good conversation, but also maybe pushing a little buttons here and there, because we have pissed off a lot of people with some of our segments, but we don't bash anybody. It's just, we're talking the truth. We're just wondering, why the fuck are you doing the things that you're doing? And if you get mad, oh well, you know. And it's just been, yeah.
I mean, you have to get mad. You have to know what's bad to know what's good, right? So
sure.
The same for if you want to be constructively creative. Like if everybody's always, you know, throwing their hands at your feet and telling you what a great job you've done, then it never gives you the drive to be constructively creative. And I think that that's a very important thing. Especially in this industry that does have a lot of complacency and a lot of old guard kind of thing. Jeremy, I think you had something to add.
Yeah, it's funny because what you're saying. So my interactions with you, Erica, like it kind of ties into. I didn't know if I wanted to bring it up necessarily or not, but like I do, based on. So what I wanted to do is share a little story. A couple years back, I was looking for a rep, and I got an interview. And this just goes to the perception of sometimes what happens in the industry, which is real. Like some of the unfortunate perceptions on females in our industry are validated by girls that like only take pictures with their tits out and things like that. And like, 'cause sex sells, right? And it's like, any industry uses it, but like this is a very old world industry and like very, very behind the times. And everyone can agree with that. Right. So I went to interview this girl, and she was interested in the job, and her Instagram was filled with semi-provocative pictures, but I was like, whatever, we'll have a conversation. And the conversation went, I said, well, cool. Can you, like, this was kind of a interview. I said, would you mind sending me your resume? And then like, we'll take it from there. Like, and then I'll schedule another conversation with you. And her response was, if you look at my Instagram, you can see how many people follow me. That is my resume. And I got so fucking pissed because I was like, so you don't even have the respect to send me a resume. And that is actually when I turned and I texted you, DM'd you a couple of years ago, Erica, asking you because, and I don't need to get into that, but like, I was like, I need to talk to a female that I respect, that I know is in this industry, that is trying to do something to promote the future of our industry in a positive manner, to give diversity to it, because we are far from where we should be as an industry. And that was my first, like we had said hi byes at the trade show, but that was my first. And because I was so angered that like it got validated, that like bullshit perception that like, oh, this is all females in this industry, which it's not. I mean, like we've had Maisha on here, and like what she's done in LA with the SOTL, like we love her. We love it. Like it is so far behind the curve. It's insane. Like our industry, I don't understand how we're so far behind, except for the fact that when you really break it down, it's mostly run by older white, like older guys. And that ends up what's happening is they don't want to change the guard. It's not that they're, you know, and like we've had many conversations on this show, independent, while we're hanging out, when Tony and I are just and it's one of the things that's the most frustrating thing about this industry to me is that, you know, for some reason, we are so fucking far behind in even having conversations. And when we do, we want it to be like all sex associated with it. And the thing is like, no one fucking smokes a cigar because a girl's in a bikini. I've seen 1,000 of those pictures, as we all have on Instagram, and not a single time did I go, God, I'd really like to smoke that cigar now. You know, I may have thought some other things because I'm a dude, like that, you know, but like they were never, and I don't know. I'm saying all this to kind of bring back full circle to the fact that like back then you and I had no kind of relationship of any sort. It was just, but I could see what you were doing back then and wanted, like, I was like, if I'm going to go to someone for help, I'm going to ask someone that I think could actually help, you know?
Appreciate that, man.
We should do a shot.
I was going to say, let's do a shot. Let's cheers, Eric.
Yeah.
Brandon, be easy on the button.
Shit,
Be easy on the button.
Spilled.
Oh, are you okay? Can Brandon hit the button?
I'm okay.
Shot number 4.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Am I supposed to take it after?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Do whatever you want. This is.
I mean,
Before and after.
yeah, but yeah, you know, I it's cool to see. I know Tony's going to lead in with another question, but I think it's super cool to see that there are like pioneers, because it's like we're in 2021 now, and you're still a pioneer. Maisha, and there's other females in this that, like, I mean, I could go I can't name them all, but that are pioneers. And it's weird that, like, because that's supposed to be like, oh, it's the beginning, but it is the beginning for like females really embracing and making a difference. And not just females, we're talking like anyone with different ethnic backgrounds. We're talking like sexual preferences. It doesn't matter. Like we haven't even entered into that stage yet.
Right.
Like, you know, like we haven't even gone there yet as an industry. And like we're so far behind.
It really is mind blowing, isn't it? That
no,
it's like,
I mean, name a cigar manufacturer. Like, you know, it just, there's nothing out there yet. We are so behind. But the cool thing is like, the reason I loved working with the company that I work with presently is because we didn't give a fuck, right? You come as you are who you are, you smoke cigars, and that's enough. Like, it's not about where you came from, how much money you make. Like, it's just about like, let's get down with friends. And then, like, you got a cigar, I got a cigar. And I have worked for other companies, and they have not all been that way. They're more traditional. Put on the suit, do your job, sell your cigar. This is how you do it. But it's exclusive when you do that. It separates out like, oh, you have to be, if you want to be, it's like when you walk into a cigar shop and you're like, oh, I'm not going to be welcome here. And we've all had that experience.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And then there's that experience when you go into a shop and you're like, oh, this is my home. Like, there's a totally different feeling. And it's like, we wanted to be a cigar company that's like, we didn't set out to make any kind of like changes in the industry. We were just like, we just don't give a fuck. We just want to do us to the best of the ability we can. And those who embrace it, cool. But like, the tides are turning, and it feels like
even then it was, you know, a sort of groundbreaking, and we had a lot of hate at the beginning because it was like, who are these kids that don't give a fuck, that just want to do cigar stuff and hang out with their friends? And it was like, it was tough for us. I can only imagine what it was like for you guys in that like kind of hemisphere of the cigar industry where, you know, we're kind of like, yeah, like we have pedigree. My dad's been in the business. My grandpa was in the business, but I could take that pedigree and kind of say, okay, now I'm going to turn it upside down. But for you guys, it's like, there's no pedigree for you guys in the business. And it's sad, but it's happening, which is super fucking awesome that you guys are doing it. And that you guys are kind of like a new revolution of people are starting to get in the industry because of what you guys are doing. And I think that's super cool. And I think,
thank you.
You know, ultimately, like, in your opinion, do you think a lot of industries are like this, where they're missing like an important like cultural mark, and in those, you know, in those gaps of kind of the quote unquote whatever business it is, but quote unquote good old boys industry, where it's like the suits and the backroom meetings or whatever? I mean, I just am curious as to what you think, if there's other businesses like this, or it's unique to cigars, and kind of how you've done what you've done. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want people listening to like get fired up and like start a fucking revolution. And I think you're the one to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
Do it. Let's burn some shit to the ground.
Fucking do it.
Come on, motherfuckers. Let's light this shit up.
Yeah. Like I said, in 2021, I'm running for something, and it's the fuck shit up party.
We already established it's the Ohio
I'm co-signing.
Water District.
No, I think it's tough, because that question is tough for me specifically, because it makes me think of the time that it's like, okay, I'm so close to New York City, right? When you drive, nobody's really in a suit and a tie anymore, right? Everything's so casual. And then when I go to Boston, it's a little bit different. Like I see the guys in the suit and ties, like they go out for lunch all together. It's like a march, right? And it's two different worlds, but here it's a little bit more casual. And it's tough because even in the interior design industry that I'm in, that's colorful and that's wonderful, but and I love it so much because it doesn't matter who you are, right? But I'm sure like in a lot of corporations it's similar. I mean, let's say think about the spirit industry, right? I feel like the amount of friends that I have that are head distillers or women that are head distillers that are brand owners, and the amount of shit that I hear that they have to deal with, then, you know, it's like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
Eric, I've heard because I'm in the business too, and I've heard
right, exactly.
It's fucking insane.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
It's like Mad Men.
Yes, exactly.
It's like the show Mad Men. It's like 1965.
Yeah.
New York advertising.
Yeah.
That's what the spirits industry is like. Yeah.
Yep. And
unless you have $1 billion, go home.
Yeah, it sucks because there's so many great individuals and that are making some great shit. Same with the cigar industry. And I mean that industry too has a lot to learn. It's so far behind, but I think we have the opportunity that we can kind of change it a little bit more faster than that industry.
We're such a small, I mean, ultimately, like it is a very small, big business, right? Premium cigars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like we know pretty much everybody in our business. I don't think, and unfortunately, like, it's like, the funny thing about being manufacturer to retailer to now like this podcast guy is and we've all seen it. There's like it's like the 5 families of the cigar industry, right? Like you can trace every single person from any brand back up to like 5 people that control the whole thing. And I think that's like kind of the issue inherent, is that there really is like 5 people that control the whole mechanism of the cigar industry. And I think the same goes for liquor. You have like Constellation, Sab Miller, and the what the fuck is it called? The Corona people, and yes, shot. That's good.
You got to give the people what they want.
Exactly.
What?
Shot number 5.
Shot number 5.
We never do 4 shots on 4 shots.
No.
How do we name it something else?
I don't know, but hey, I wanted to jump back, guys. Jacqueline had a really interesting comment earlier I just wanted to read it on the air for our audio only listeners. Jacqueline Sears commented in the chat that when you guys were talking about the types of advertising that usually features women, that she says, then it's to a point if you post a pic and it's not considered sexy and it has no relation to a cigar in your mouth, you get comments or messages about how it could be sexier. Or you do post a nice, tasteful pic with a cigar, and boom, 10 dick pics. Erica, has that been your experience?
It's definitely mine. I get dick pics all the time, and I'm just like, bro, seen better.
Oh my! The Daily Ash put in a huge comment here. They say that some say they want change, but they don't act like it. For instance, seeing a manufacturer get on a virtual event, say they want more women in the industry, then they make a sexist joke and remarks on the same virtual event. This is amazing. That's so true. Then you see the comments they make on some of the skin pics. Actions speak louder than words. That's powerful. That's good stuff.
If I had a hat, I would tip it to you, my friend.
Chris. That was a good one.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We want equality. Nope. Want you to suck my pee-pee.
I really don't understand, and I never will. I've never sent a dick pic, and I never probably will. And I just don't understand, like in your head when you're going to send a picture of your penis to somebody, like what are the last 30 seconds of that thought? Like, damn, I look good, or like, oh, my dick looks so good right now. Like what? Like, and then you're like, send randomly. And
are you asking Erica why the guy said it's the dick pic?
I'm asking you.
Oh,
we're asking you, Jeremy.
Well, I can't say I have not ever sent a picture, but I hope to God it's never been unsolicited. If there is, then my bad.
I think it should be illegal, to be honest.
But I will say this.
I can't smoke in California, but you could send a picture of your own dick to somebody unsolicited. I think that the scales are kind of outbalanced.
Are you asking California to be right side up?
No.
I think you got a long way to go, buddy. But I don't know, man. I think there's this just like, I remember Jacqueline did one of the best things. These guys, so Jacqueline, if some of you don't know, used to work in their early stages. She was one of the founders of Caldwell Cigars.
Can I just say she is the OG of OGs? Yeah. I know Jacqueline, and she probably didn't. I knew exactly what she was doing, and I think she's a fucking badass.
She is the badass of badasses. And I remember she was her Instagram was growing like crazy, right? Like all these cigar guys, and she was getting so many dick pics sent to her that she was like, we were talking on the phone, and she was like, I'm so sick of this. And she put out a post saying the next dude that sends me a picture of his dick is going to regret it. And some dude still sends it. And she ended up taking the picture and photoshopping, because she's badass, of him being butt fucked and put his face on it and then put it out. And then she got shut down from Facebook for a bit for posting an inappropriate content. And I hope I spoke that correctly, Jacqueline. But that is why I love Jacqueline, because she was like, you know what? Fuck you. I can play your game too. You think, because I remember so many of these guys that were sending her stuff were shop owners with wives, with girlfriends, manufacturers. And it's you're dude, the inside track I got because of Jacqueline to see what was really happening behind the scene was insane. How much bullshit she was getting. And that's so fucked up. I mean, it's just why? We're talking, Caldwell launched in 2014. Why in 2014? Let's forget about the morality aspect of it, whether you have a wife or don't. Let's just talk about pure, what the fuck is wrong with you that you're going to send someone just because she's a female in our industry and think because she's a female in our industry that she wants your dick, or that she's going to wants your dick so that she can advance someplace. Because I guarantee you, Jacqueline never fucked Rob. You know what I mean? She did this on her own back and earned it. And like, she's no longer in our industry, but like, she's still in our industry.
Brandon.
Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. It's just like, but Jacqueline is OG. You're right.
She is.
I think that I like that our ticker here has been, we've changed topics to dick pics. Why? But the thing is, Jeremy, you bring up something interesting, and I want to see if Erica would agree with this, because I once asked my wife if this had been her experience.
Mm-hmm.
And her response was that I don't think it has anything to do with like the guys think I will like this or that they think I want them, but that it's a power move. That it's to do this, to like send somebody this unsolicited dick pic is, in a way, it's like, you know, I'm asserting a certain amount of power. I'm going to expose myself to you in this way. You're going to see it. You don't get the choice whether or not to see this, because it's just going to be there in your inbox. You're going to click on it thinking, what is this? And then there it is. I think it has more to do with power from what she was communicating to me than it has to do with actually thinking like, oh yeah, they're going to be into this and they're going to want to call me.
Yeah,
so
but that's a fucking rapist.
There you go. You found it.
Full circle.
Like, if that's what it is, it's power, then we're really fucked. Now we're not even talking the cigar industry. Now we're just like fucking going into no man's land of like
But not for nothing, you guys. I'm really glad that it's about, you know, we're talking about dick pics and everything like that, but I like the fact that you guys
Thank you for bringing it back to normal, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's cool. But I like the fact that you guys are talking about this because, you know, not a lot of people, you know, in our industry do talk about these things like on a platform like this, right? And it's just, you could say it's the locker room talk or whatever. Yeah, we all talk shit. I have friends that talk shit or whatever. We all do in the cigar lounge amongst ourselves. And yeah, we're laughing about it. But when it comes to that, I think it's, you know, I think Brandon's right. It's about it's a power move. And it's something that a lot of women have to deal with on a daily basis, not just on social media, but in person. You know, it's you know, we can go on for days about this, and this has been a big thing for the past couple of years. And just, you know, you have to worry about walking down the street and having to look over your shoulder every time that you walk out the house. So and then you don't get away from that because here all this stuff is coming at you, you know, from these guys. And it probably happens a lot more to women in the cigar industry just for the fact that it is a cigar and it's kind of like you have to smoke it, so it looks kind of sexual
phallic,
already.
Yeah, it's phallic. It's phallic as fuck. That
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is true. Like, even the names of cigars, like
Salamone.
Sometimes or the Amazon from CAO, right? Like, you've got, I mean, I could go on. Sometimes my friends and I have conversations on how many cigars we can name that sound like a dick, like that have been used historically. And you can go on for a very long time.
Dude, did you guys tally it up?
No, but next time.
You should.
It's insane because it's like, for such an old world industry and everything we do is phallic, you'd think that like the industry would be much more inviting to the homosexual community because everything we do is phallic. we put shit in our mouths that look like a dick. Like, but it's on the contrary.
What's Brandon? My sweatshirt.
I made that into a sweatshirt for Tony for Christmas.
Yes, and I wear it almost every night.
Is it comfy?
It is comfy. I like crew necks. I'm not a hoodie guy. I like crew necks. Hoodies get too like.
I'm with you, Tony, on that. Yeah, like, I don't like hoodies.
See, I'm into the zipper up hoodie because then it's like,
well, you need to up your dad game.
Dad game. I'm wearing a Dolly Parton t-shirt.
Yes.
I mean, like, if that's not embracing my 40s,
and
what
not
the fuck
wear
is?
extreme.
I missed all of that because you froze up.
Yeah, Tony froze.
Okay. No, I said you need to up your. Am I back? Am I back? Hello.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Spectrum. No, what I said is you need to up your dad game and remove the T-shirt from underneath the hoodie and just have the hoodie zipped, to like here, with some Wranglers and some boots on.
Well, I am wearing Wranglers, but because that's all I wear. But I'm wearing
white. I guarantee you they're white tennis shoes.
I'm wearing like fake Van slip-ons that are white.
What are fake Vans?
They're Amazon brand because I'm cheap, and I don't like. I just wanted like slip-ons that were white, so I got ones, and they look like fake. They're Vans, but they're not Vans. Here, look. Yeah.
I need to see.
So I'm trying to get Jacqueline to call.
See, they look like Vans,
right,
but they're not.
Jacqueline, I'm calling you out because she said earlier, a few minutes ago, she put, "I have a thought." And then she said, "I'm going to keep it to myself."
No.
And I think that Jacqueline. She says, "I wish I could. Unfortunately, I cannot at the moment." That is some shit, isn't it? Well, I guess we'll have to have a round two. We'll have to have Erica on and Jacqueline, and we'll pull a double header.
Well, we ran out of time quick. We only did like
I know.
5 shots.
Time? What are you talking about? Time is relevant.
Well, I wanted to ask the last question. I know I don't normally interject.
Hold on, Tim Ferriss made a good point because he's still watching.
Ferriss was
everybody needs links to the lounge
yes.
experience.
We'll give that at the end, plus on our
social media
and stuff. We'll do it because absolutely. But we'll talk about.
I've got the one right here. I can just post it in the comments real quick.
Yeah.
Jeremy, where is it now? I can't find it. I'm gonna get it, but I'm on mic right now, so I don't want to be looking for that. But what? She says I'm working and simultaneously watching. That happens a lot. Yeah, that happens a lot. She's
we've also been we were talking that we're also the show that you should watch when you're on the toilet.
We wanted to make that part of our tagline, like definitely the show to watch on the shitter. That's where we're at on this life. But this last question, normally I try to help the guys by writing the questions as like 1 or 2 sentences at like maximum. But I kind of went on a long tangent in writing this last question because I like kind of felt passionate about it, and I hope that that it like comes across. But like normally when you're 3 white guys running a show and you're having a woman of color who's a minority voice in an industry and you're bringing them on, like I feel like we have asked this question before, like when Maisha was on and some of the other guests we've had. And like, what would you say? What advice would you have to other people like yourself trying to break into the industry? But I don't want to ask that question. Okay. Because I started to write that question again, and I thought that is putting the impetus back on the marginalized community. Like, what should they do if they're wanting to break into the industry? But I kind of had a thought in this moment, and I said, but the truth is, since our voices are the ones that are dominating all the time in this industry, what would you say to us? Like, what would you say to the voices that are always dominating, the largely white, average, middle class?
Are you calling me back?
I mean, I can show. I'm not exempt from that. But what would you say to those people, like as the privileged voices in that space, that they could do to open doors or hold those doors open for marginalized voices in this industry at their own smoke shops? How could we take our blinders off rather than framing the question as like, what should other marginalized voices do to try to break through? Like, what could we do better in that sense? Mm-hmm.
It's tough because I would think about, when you're asking me that, I think about like walking into Cigar Lounge, right? And, women alone it happens all the time. Right. And I think it's kind of goes back to like, if you are a cigar owner, say like, okay, here, here I am, a woman walking into a cigar lounge. Don't just assume that I'm going to smoke a certain, like a flavored cigar or a particular ring gauge size, or don't assume anything. Just talk to me like a normal human being. And I think it's the fact that I think also like a lot of like shop owners are they are stuck in their old school mentality. So when they do see this new wave of folks that have been smoking or walking in their cigar shop for their first time, whether they're Asian, Black, Hispanic, they get intimidated. I see, like, it happens all the time. Like I'm very observant. And it's happened in New York City a lot, and a lot of the cigar shops in Jersey and in Philly. And it's like they're intimidated to talk to us. I don't understand what's the problem here, or is it the fact that you don't want us in? You don't want women smoking cigars. You don't want minority smoking cigars. Do you have this whole perception of us? Like, is it this whole, what is it? Because there's, especially in this area, the North Jersey side, it's a lot of minorities smoke cigars and they have a great time, and it's not just, party mode, it's, chill mode as well. And a lot of us, not everybody, but we welcome everybody. And I think it's just like, embrace the change that you're seeing. Embrace it. Like, this is fucking exciting, dude. It's like, I have a ton of stories, but I'm just saying, it's just embrace it. Like, learn some new stuff. Like, don't stay and, just sell one type of brand because that's what your clientele sells. Somebody new's coming in, maybe talk to them because they know a little bit more than what you know about a different brand. The amount of times that I've gone in and I've talked to somebody working in a shop about a couple brands that they have on their shelves, and they don't even know shit about them. And they're like, what? That's that brand? Like, what? And they embrace it and they want to learn. And there's so many people that want to learn. But if you're that shop owner that doesn't embrace that shit, dude, good luck, because it's fucking changing.
Yeah,
it's coming fast.
To that guy, your shop is going.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And they wonder why. Like, why am I so slow? And then they're miserable as fuck. Like, come on.
Erica, this makes me want to. I'm going to share a story with you after air because I've shared it on air before, but it like coincides with that, and I wanted to. So just remind me when we close. Don't like click off immediately.
Let's do a shot real quick.
Let's do a shot. Real.
Yes.
Shot number 6.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Erica,
wait, who's next to you? Is it Erica? You like, come on, you should bring in, because you're like right there, and you Amy. Cheers. You did a little bump. You might as well share. Come on the air.
Amy is here.
Amy, you should say hello.
She should do a shot with all of us.
I agree. Let's do that shit.
All right.
Why don't you do a shot with us?
Oh God, you guys know what number 7 is, don't you?
No.
Okay, well, just prepare yourselves, because
God,
he'll be ready. Oh, are we ready? Here we go.
Yo, power to the people.
Shot number 7.
That's Will Marx's.
Will Marx.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Oh, out the bottle.
Fucking A. That's how you do that shit.
Oh, Amy's got some fans in the chat. Oh my gosh.
Of course.
Good evening. Good fucking evening.
So Erica, there's one thing that came into my mind while you were answering my question, and I can't help but to say, like, I have to bring it up, which is I had the realization that cigars, and maybe this is too heady for this show after 7 shots, but
I guarantee you it is.
cigars are a thing created in a world where it's from the Hispanic world, okay, and it is now a thing that is dominated, an industry dominated largely by non-minority voices in as far as financially, like in the United States and this huge market. And you think it's kind of crazy that this thing has been co-opted and now dominated in this way. It's become so monolithic in certain aspects, but it originates. I mean, that's kind of like a lot of culture in a way that kind of, it's too heady for this show. And
are you gonna, I don't want to start. You don't want to make tears start coming down the face and then apologizing for like our past fucking failures.
I know. I'm going to exit the show. I'm going to pull myself out. I'm going too far, but we can do our socials and things, but Brandon's going to take a back seat now.
All of a sudden we're going to be like apologizing for, which, hey, I wouldn't say it isn't well deserved, but I mean, like, for the show's sake, like, I think that I just want to commend you on what you do, what you are continually doing, what you plan to do, which I don't know what you plan to do. If you want to share with us, it's cool. But like, you have our support as well as many other viewers from
viewies. We have
viewies from viewies, and we got your back and want to do this together, and to continue to make positive change. Look at that. 4 shots can actually be a productive show.
Who said
we can
that?
talk about something.
Is it their first time here?
Shut up, Will. Shut the fuck up. Why, dude? I love Will, but fuck you.
Dude, who said we could actually be a productive show?
Look, sometimes I think, hey, I just watched Lord of the Rings, and the entire point of that is that a hobbit, the most like inconspicuous of characters,
I haven't seen it, Jeremy.
Well, you're not a nerd, and you're not a full nerd then.
But I was going to start watching it, so
do it.
Don't tell me everything.
No, I'm saying the point is that something so unexpected can happen from people that are the unexpected. Change happens from not the kingpin, but from the people that are just like doing what they do in the way they know how to. And like, you're doing what you can do for our industry. It's not like you alone can flip the industry on its head. It's not like Maisha can flip it on its head. It's not like, Sean Williams can just flip it on its head. But collectively, each of you are doing things in your own manner, which are evoking change. And like, that's the point. And like, I don't want to stand in the way of that. I want to be a part of that with you. And I know Tony does too, because I'm speaking for him, and I know Brandon does. And I agree. That's what I want to see happen, is just like us continually being a part of the new era.
Fucking shit up. Just keep fucking shit up.
And burning shit to the ground. Let's burn it.
Yeah.
We can burn shit up.
Well, I know a few.
No, and
eyes on the prize.
Shush.
No, I mean, thank you so much. And the fact that, again, it's the support alone that I have seen over the years, and just what you guys are saying today. It's just, sometimes it's fucking hard. It's really fucking hard. And, in this industry, you just don't know who to trust. And you have to be careful. But there are a lot of people that do support each other. And I know what you guys have been doing for many years, and you guys are fucking rock stars. And it's up to us together. And, thank you for just everything, dude. Seriously. And again, it's just been such a it's been a wild ride, and it will be, but with TLE, it's been an incredible thing. And, and so thank you guys. Thank you.
No,
Seriously.
thank you. And really, and honestly, like at the end of the day, like we're all pretty young, except for Jeremy. He's like 62, I think. but we're all pretty like new in the industry, regardless of whatever. Right. So throw it all away. We're all young people in the industry. And I think that the reason why we've largely the U.S. has marginalized the cigar industry in general is because of the way it's been perceived as like this bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that us, as the young people in the industry, Jeremy kind of included, he's like
on the cusp.
Van Winkle, yeah, he's like the Van Winkle of us. But
I'm actually 300.
But I think honestly, to end the show, and we'll do a shot, and then I need you to make sure that everyone knows where to find you, because everybody's
Sure.
like going crazy about where to find the lounge experience. But I think that being an industry that is marginalized in general, I think that people like us can make it be not that way. And I think that at the end of the day, in 50 years, I hate to say it, but most of these guys are going to be dead, and it's going to be up to us.
Yep.
And the change that we're making now, I think, is crucial at our time to make sure that this industry survives, because it won't survive without it.
There you go. That was the perfect ending. You leave it on that.
Well, no,
Can't live
Jacqueline
without
came up.
her.
Yeah, we can't live without her. Yeah,
We can't live without her.
Hey, and can I say, man, like, just to this whole episode and everything, like, I feel odd that you even thank us, because like it should be us thanking you for doing what you're doing, that we can support that. So thank you.
And to that, let's do another shot.
Yes, let's do another shot, man.
Shot number 8.
Speak of the devil.
Where do we find you?
Where do we find you?
All right. Instagram, it's TLE_podcast.
Oh, it's not TLC.
No, it's not TLC, man.
Don't go chasing
Waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah.
You didn't get the.
I told you we were going to sing it by the end of the show. Nostratonus, right here.
Right.
Marxist.
Hey, Tony.
Does that count as a Negro spiritual, Marxist?
No.
Okay. He's the one who said it. I'm just saying.
But that is not a spiritual. That is a pop song.
Okay.
Get it right.
Sorry. Wait, what's... Oh,
right. For all those who are fans of TLE, please come over to 4 Shots with Tony and Jeremy, because we are white thieves and we stole your land.
Oh my God, Will Marxist.
No.
I love Will so much.
He's
Will
just calling us out. Just calling us.
God, I fucking love Will.
Oh wait. Jacqueline, have you never seen shot number 9? You didn't know you were in a bumper.
Well, wait.
Shot number 8.
You guys never got to shot number 9?
No. We've been up to 15 before.
Oh, okay.
We had to repeat,
all right.
but Jacqueline hasn't been on the show long enough, I don't think.
Yeah, she's never seen that she's in. She features. If you look at the left of the screen, she's dancing with the mannequin. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Shot number 8.
Is that AJ Costa with her?
No.
Dancing?
That's a Nile guy.
Oh.
It's a saxophone player.
Wow.
That's
Dude,
great.
That's at the La Barba launch party, 2012.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, so should we make the rounds of where to find again?
Yes.
We started.
I know.
Yeah.
I fucked it up. Sorry.
It's okay. On Instagram and Twitter, you can find us on TLE_podcast. If you want to reach us on Facebook, it's TLE Podcast _. Email is theloungeexperience@gmail. And but we're more active on Instagram. But we do check Facebook, but IG is the way to go. So if anybody has any questions, please DM us. And IG is it. IG is it.
And guys, please follow and share the Lounge Experience. It's a fucking awesome. Please follow TLC.
TLC
does not have enough followers. I know that's what Jeremy's thinking. No, but please follow. Seriously, please check these guys out. They're awesome. It's a great podcast. A lot of good information and no bullshit. For us, you can check us out at
lots of bullshit here.
Lots of bullshit. Legit show. Right? So just check us out on 4 Shots. I think 4 Shot Show. I don't even know where the fuck to find us at YouTube.
4 Shots with Tony and Jeremy.
Yes.
That's so long.
Yeah, well, you wanted your name first.
Your name's so much longer.
You could have gone with Jeb. That's 3 letters.
I could go 4 Shot Show with the California Hillbilly and Anthony Gabriel.
Just make it the mag
at gmail.com. Yeah. Youngstown Coffee Company.
Yeah.
Well, I would just like to call everyone out to say that we appreciate you listening. If you're just on the podcast, but please subscribe, share with your friends, give us a rating. You could really help us out. We don't have any ratings on iTunes yet.
Give us a 1 star.
Except for me. Except for my rating. I rated
1 star rate us, please.
1 star.
And I want to throw this out there. If you can explain the mystery of the dick pic, please send us an email at 4shotshow@gmail.com. If you're a guy out there who's ever got a date off a dick pic, please send us your story. We would like to have you on the show to explain yourself. We'll give you 5 minutes of airtime to explain your story. If you can send us a 4shotshow@gmail.com. Because we want to get to the bottom of this deep mystery. And we got a few new countries and regions downloading. We've got some Denmarkians listening. We got
Denmarkians.
Some Lithuanians.
No.
We got
Dutch. I think it's Dutch.
Denmarkians, whatever. And we got Lithuanians. I've already offended our new listeners. Yeah. Lithuanians, I saw downloading. I mean, they might be bots. If you're not a bot, you can send us an email and tell us that you're not a bot.
Do you remember our Romanian buddy?
Yeah,
he's a real
out there. Yeah.
Not only that, Razvan has done the cigar and coffee many a times with me. So like
when is that? When's that, Jeremy?
Well, I'll do. So we're gonna move it. We're gonna try it Saturday morning at 9 a.m. So I'm going to put an Instagram post out, but anyone listening, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are going to see if it has, like, a lot of people have gone back to work because of COVID and things. Like, they're getting back into the swing of things, even though the world is still falling apart. And so we're going to try it on Saturday, see if we can get more engagement. So if you want to smoke a cigar, drink your whiskey if it's late at night, or have coffee, which I will be having, please join me. It's just a hangout. It's not recorded. It's not anything. Just if you want company, if you want to smoke with someone and hang out, 9 a.m. This Saturday morning, East Pacific Standard Time, because I'm in California. Yeah. So,
and that's noon Eastern Standard.
Yes.
And I thought of a perfect way to encapsulate this whole thing.
Okay.
If you're not taking a shit, then follow and join in TLE and all their goodness. If you are taking a shit, follow 4 Shots with Tony and Jeremy.
It's all because of Will Martin.
Oh my God.
Then and join us in the gutter. But even in the fucking gutter, people, sometimes we get to some real issues and get to spend time with our friends and actually talk about some shit that matters. Even in the shit.
Yes.
Even in the shit.
Even in the shit.
We're gonna
Fucking thank you so much for being a
Thank
part
you
of it.
guys, man.
Please.
You
How
guys
about
are amazing.
Next time you and Amy join us, and
Sure.
like we would love to have you back to talk about more about how we have fucked up as the white male, and in society, and like we're gonna have a great time.
Yeah,
we'll do it. Let's do it.
I love it.
Also, and we'll end with this. Jeremy, you have put a great cap on it, but somebody here has a request for you. And I think that this could be, we're still working and building up our Patreon.
I'm not sending a dick pic.
Just listen, just hear. That's the OnlyFans. That's when we get to OnlyFans level.
Oh, by the
Then
way,
you
I
can
looked
send
into
dick
that.
pics. Did you? Well, I would be interested to know what the facts are on that, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But you should follow the Instagram and the Facebook page here, because we're going to be launching the Patreon here shortly as we're developing all the stuff. And we've been trying to think about stuff that we could put in the Patreon that you guys would like. So I'm going to make the last call here. If you have ideas about like you think something cool that you would like us to produce or make to have available for our patrons, which we have not launched yet, but that we're working towards, send us an email at 4shotshow@gmail.com. But this is a really great idea. I think we're going to put this in. Rebel wants one of Jeremy's onesies. So I think we could put Jeremy worn, you wear it one time, and then we put it in the shop, and it's Jeremy worn onesie. And we'll just have those for limited availability. All right.
Fuck you, Rebel, but done.
Rebel,
I got one for you right now because over COVID I gained
You're like a
some weight.
serial killer. Like they used to ask serial killers for their underwear. Now they're asking you for your onesies.
I have a onesie, and it's coming to you, Rebel.
Listen, well, look at this. Wait, Dan Sheehy. He's hitting really close to home to our secret surprise. We're not going to talk about that, but he's very close. Oh, Tim, you could help us with this. Tim, you got some photographer buddies.
Nude. I think it's
Tim,
spelled
Tim.
nude.
Is. Oh,
Tim, you're taking my idea.
Oh, everybody's going crazy. Everybody's going crazy.
I'm really shocked that Dan Sheehy just won off this because he's so close to something that we have talked about. But we're going to end it there before we drunkenly say something that we should not say out loud. Thank you so much. We will see you back here next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock sharp Eastern time.